Domains of cognitive psychology. First is cognitive neuroscience. It is like looking inside the brain to see how it makes our minds work. It's a part of science that studies how our brains do things. The goal is to understand how the brain works and how well it can do things. Certain parts of the brain are really important for this study. Second is perception. This is about how we take in information from our senses, like what we see, hear, and feel, and turn it into useful thoughts about the world around us. It's all about noticing things and understanding what they mean. Third is pattern recognition. This is all about how we recognize things around us, like people, objects, and what's safe to eat. It's something we do every day without even thinking about it. For example, you can tell who your teachers and friends are, and you know which foods are okay to eat and which ones are not. Fourth is attention. We tend to focus on only some of the information we receive because our brains can't handle everything at once. This happens at two levels: what we sense with our senses and what we understand with our thoughts. Fifth is consciousness. This is all about being aware of our own thoughts, memories, feelings, and what's happening around us. It's like being awake and knowing what's going on both outside and inside ourselves. For example, when we look at our watch, we are aware of the time, but we might also have a feeling inside like, oh, it's getting late. Sixth is memory. This is about how we remember things. There are three main types of memory storage: sensory memory, short term memory or STM, and long term memory or LTM. When we remember something for a longer time, it moves from short term memory to long term memory. We use words to remember and recall old information from long term memory. Seventh is representation of knowledge. This is about how our brains stores and handle information. It's like how our brains turn information into symbols and keep them stored. All human brains have similar structures for storing this information. Eighth is imagery. This is about the natural way we think that involves our senses. Images in our minds are like thoughts that we can feel, see, hear, smell, and taste. They also include memories, dreams, and daydreams. Ninth is language. This is about how important language is in how we think and remember things. Cognitive psychology looks at how we use language. It's about being able to speak and understand both when people talk and when they write. Figuring out how language works involves looking at lots of different parts of psychology. Language helps us talk to each other and makes our lives more organized. 10th is developmental psychology. This is about how our thinking changes as we grow up, from when we are kids to when we are adults. People have looked at this a lot to understand it better. 11th is thinking and concept formation. The most important part of thinking is creating new ideas by changing the information we have. This helps us understand and work with the information we have. 12th is human and artificial intelligence. Human intelligence is all about using what we know to figure things out, remember stuff, and learn new things as we grow. Artificial intelligence is made by designing computer programs that work like how human brains handle information. Thank you so much for watching my video.